everyone, and welcome back to the Diamond Moment. I'm your host, Luciana Cordero, and we're here at the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. We're in the pit lane right now, as you can see, and we have many more exciting things coming up. So stay tuned, and we'll see you later. Enjoy! Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Luciana. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, I'm Jack Kearney. I work here for the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. I work for Green Savory Racing Promotions, which owns this race, and we also operate a number of other races. But I work in the marketing and PR department, so I help handle media credential requests, help coordinate interviews like we're doing now, also help with on the advertising and fan communication side. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a great event to be a part of.
And what is it like setting up everything for an event like this?
Yeah, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. We really start in December, but a lot of work in January and February to get to this weekend as far as getting the logistics of everything set up, like the media center, making sure everybody gets credentials, coordinating advertising, whether that's radio or TV, print, and also kind of coordinating some media events to build some promotion ahead of time to hopefully get people to have some awareness of the event and come out and enjoy it.
Great. And what are some of the challenges that you guys have faced or face with doing events like this?
Yeah, it's just kind of obviously it's a major event, so there's just a lot of moving pieces as far as logistically getting everything to line up and get everyone in the right place at the right time and communicating across a bunch of different vendors and partners, and so it's kind of just a lot happening in a short period of time, I guess maybe is the best way to say it. But fortunately we have great partners here with the city of St. Petersburg who really help us make this happen. So it is challenging, but we have great partners, and I think it's a great event every year.
Yeah, it's a huge event, and I guess I just wanted to know, what is it like, or how can you see that your work has paid off in an event like this?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is only my third Grand Prix, but you can definitely see a little bit of growth each year, which makes me feel like we're doing the right thing. Like the event continues to get bigger and better. And also, I just like kind of seeing people on race weekend see that they're having a great time. I think, obviously it's a business we're trying to run, but at the end of the day, we're trying to provide a great, entertaining family weekend for people here in the community. So I think when we see people having a great time here, then we feel like we've done our job, at least in part. So yeah.
Yeah, and final question, I just wanted to know, how much time does it usually take to organize and plan something like this?
Yeah, it really takes months, I would say, depending on what part of the team you're working on in our company. It could take half a year. I'm probably on the marketing PR side focused on this for about 3 months out of the year. So really a quarter of my year is focused on this event. This is our company's largest event. So yeah, it's a lot of time and energy, and so when you see all of it kind of come together here on race weekend, it's a good feeling to know that all that hard work paid off.
Yeah, so do you work in various events simultaneously, or do you focus mostly on this one and then to the other?
Kind of depends on how our race schedule unfolds. What's nice about this one is it's our first event, and we're able to kind of focus all our attention and energy on it for, like I said, 2, 3, 4 months. When we get into some of our other events, they're kind of all on top of each other in quick succession over the summer months. So that when we get into those events, there's a lot of I'm working on 2 or 3 events at the same time. So that's the nice thing about this event, is because it's in late February, early March, when there's not a lot of other racing events going on, we can kind of focus all our attention on it. So
great, and it's looking great right now.
Great,
so,
glad to hear that.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
To us about everything that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, happy to do it.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're here at the Grand Prix, and we wanted to know a little bit more about what you guys do and what's your purpose.
We are a state-created nonprofit which assists veterans and those who want to move here, as well as their spouses and transitioning service members that are retiring or separating from the military, with career, skill bridge, and entrepreneurship resources. We have training partners all across the state, as well as employers from Tampa Bay to the Space Coast and from Miami to Pensacola and Jacksonville. So anyone who's interested can stop by our website, veteransflorida.org, and learn more about our career, skill bridge, and entrepreneurship resources. Sorry.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what you guys offer, like the resources that you offer?
Sure. We work directly with employers across the state, and we also have training partners that are private, nonprofit, and at the university level. So we have we tap into experts all across the state. So while we're a small team here, we have experts throughout the state that we work with that are going to get veterans and spouses to the right resources.
And finally, what has it been like being here at the racetrack? How has the experience been?
It's been fantastic. It's been exciting to hear the engines roar and watch a couple of the races ourselves. The foot traffic's been fantastic. A lot of veterans have been stopping by, and it's just a gorgeous day in Florida. And if you're not in Florida, you need to get down here.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So hi, I'm Luciana, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Luciana. I'm Wendy. I'm with Women in Motorsports North America, which is a nonprofit founded by Lynn St. James and Beth Peretta that supports women in all motorsports careers. So not just drivers, but engineers, mechanics, even food service.
It sounds amazing. And what type of resources do you guys have to support women?
Well, as an example, there's a number of programs, but as an example, there's a contingency fund. So girls who race can compete for a scholarship. There are programs that we do with universities. There's a Formula One Academy that we support as well. So there's a number of different programs. WIMNA does some amazing things for girls.
That's great. And how has it been like being here right now?
So I actually run the merchandise program for WIMNA, and I've been coming to St. Pete for many years. I love it here. I think it's one of the best IndyCar races of the season, and I love connecting with the fans. And there's so many people. I love to be able to share our merchandise, which is female friendly for the car and race enthusiasts, but also to be an ambassador for WIMNA and Women in Motorsports.
That's great. And the money collected from the merchandise and sales, does that go to like women in the motorsports?
Yes, a percentage of all the proceeds, and certain items, 100% of the proceeds goes to the nonprofit that funds the different programs that I mentioned earlier.
That's great. Is there anything else that you would like to tell our viewers about women in motorsport?
Well, what I would say is go to womeninmotorsportsna.com and sign up for the newsletter and get involved and see how you can help. And if you're a girl who's interested in a career in motorsports, there's tremendous resources there. So I would definitely advise getting connected with the group.
Great, thank you so much. Hi, I'm Luciana. Nice to meet you. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you guys are and what you do?
Well, the American Legion was established in 1919 after the armistice. But since then, we've been involved with a lot of programs, including the GI Bill, Veterans Administration. But this initiative is the main project right now with suicide prevention. Be the one means you acknowledge that we're losing now, not 22, but probably 30 veterans a day. They come back from theater, they have issues, they don't know that it's mental health. They think it's just maybe what they call, shell shock, fatigue, PTSD. It doesn't matter. So you know somebody, you say something, you do something. The initiative says, talk to a vet. Ask them questions. If you see that they're struggling, offer them resources. Now, not the American Legion and the VA are not the only resources. That if I have a vet, I'll send him to his office at Herm Turning Point, or I'll send him to other employment center. So our job as service officers is not only to address a suicide prevention, but to address any issue that our veterans are having so that we can get them to the appropriate place. And more specifically, we'd like them to join, because there's nothing like having a buddy to call you and ask if you're okay.
And how would you say that would be a good way to approach someone that's a veteran who you think might need help?
This venue itself is a good approach. Hold on, give me a clipboard. Over the years, over these last 3 years, I met 200 interviews, and they're veterans. The first year we had a guy who was triggered, and we had to save him. In other words, we referred him to the VA. And the other way is get to your VFW, your American Legion, and encourage them with their membership to do buddy checks. And to, I guess if you go to the VA hospital as well, you can find out who's having issues. Now, the stigma of mental health a lot of times keeps veterans away from getting help. We got to get away from the stigma of mental health and get them to the appropriate source.
Oh, and what would you say are some ways that we can battle that stigma?
Oh boy, it's a community effort. It's not just a VA effort or an Army effort. I think people need to recognize, it's like PTSD. They think it's just a military thing or a service thing. No, they say that everybody's got a little bit of PTSD in them, or PTS. The D is what comes later, okay? And I just think acknowledge if you hear something, say something, and do something, not just by saying, hey, but encourage their family to get involved and do an intervention.
And what has it been like being here at the racetrack? Like, how has your experience been so far?
This is my 3rd year. I can't tell you, the only thing is it's loud. But I love being here. We don't have a car this year, the last 2 years. And Alex Palou, 2 years ago, won the championship for the American Legion in this car. And since then, we got a lot of notoriety.
Well, it's been great talking to you. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you would like to tell our audience?
I just encourage not only the veterans, but everybody to acknowledge that they are aware somebody's struggling with their mental health. And even though they don't want to call it mental health, you might be able to do an intervention.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Hi, I'm Luciana. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name's Carolina. I'm with the Motor Enclave in Tampa.
So I wanted you to tell me a little bit more about what you guys do, what programs do you have, and how are you contributing?
Absolutely. So the Motor Enclave is a really unique facility. We have a 1.72 mile Herman Tilke track, which is really unique because it is a Formula One track. But what's really great about our facilities is that it's a private garage community. So we have about 300 private garage owners that also are private garage track members to our motorsports club. So basically, they actually get time on our facilities. They can drive their car on track. They can use our skid pad. We have a beautiful Enclave Beach Club. We have a state-of-the-art event center. And what's really great is we have a lot of different events for our owners and members, but then we're also completely open to the public. So it's really unique because we have our membership, but then we also have different events where the public can come out and drive and use our facilities as well.
That sounds amazing. What can the public do to get involved?
Yeah, so first, definitely follow us on Instagram at The Motor Enclave. And then you'll also want to check out our website or scan this QR code. TheMotorEnclave.com/drive is where you can check out all of our driving experiences. My personal favorite is the adrenaline experience. It's $1,000 and you actually get to drive our track lead follow style. You get to use our state-of-the-art racing simulator, the Enclave Race Lab, and you also get to drive autocross on our 2-acre skid pad. So that's a really great taste, and you get to use our vehicles, so you don't have to use your own. If you do have your own car that you can track, though, we have our intro to track and advanced track days, and all these events are listed on our website with those dates, so you can book today.
Sounds amazing. Can you tell me a little bit more about the track that you guys have?
About the track?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, it's a 1.72 mile track, Tilke designed. And it's actually, as you can see, whale shaped, we like to call it. But what's really great is that our members actually get 8 hours a week on our track to sharpen their skills and work with our pro driving instructors to really, learn how to master this track. And I think it's a great track. I've driven it myself. It's really exciting.
Great. And how has the experience out here been like?
The experience out here has been great. It's awesome to get to interact with different, car lovers in the community, and really getting to share a little bit more about the Enclave and what the public can do. A lot of the time people think that they have to be a member in order to be involved, and that's not the case at all. So like I said, make sure you follow us on Instagram at The Motor Enclave, and you can check out all of the exciting things coming this year.
Great. And is there anything else that you would like to tell our audience?
I think just the biggest thing was the shout out of the Instagram. Make sure you follow us, follow along all the exciting things that we're doing. I will say we do have the largest car show in Florida. It's called Cars and Coffee. We do it 4 times a year. Our next one's coming up in June. We're going to announce the date soon, but make sure you guys check it out. It's awesome. It's a great way to get involved with the Motor Enclave.
Great. It's been great talking to you and learning a lot more about this.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Hi, I'm Luciana. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Could you please introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about what you're doing here?
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm Brian Van Branken. I'm on the PTA at Douglas Jamerson Elementary School, and we're the only STEM public magnet school here on the south side of St. Pete. So we try to give every kid a chance at a good education. The PTA helps provide a lot of programs. We work with the school, and we're here because this is our largest volunteer event of the year to provide those services and programs for the kids.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. And what is it like volunteering here, especially for the kids?
Yeah, first off, I just want to say thank you. Like, it takes a village. We have volunteers throughout the weekend that really are giving their blood, sweat, and tears to help out. And it just feels good. I mean, it's hard work doing the fries and doing the concessions, but hopefully we'll, tell people that, when they pay and they give tips that they're helping out a really good cause. So it feels good.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. And as a parent, what is it like to be able to help your kids and other kids in this way?
Great. I'd say first, I'm really impressed with the public school system here in Pinellas County. We've been extremely happy. I've sent both of my kids through elementary school. One's in middle school right now. And we owe a lot to the teachers and the administration and the support that we get. So just really proud to represent, Pinellas County school system and have people help out and give back to the kids. That's what it's all about.
Great. And finally, what has it been like here, like right now, the volunteering and the fundraiser, how has it been?
It's been a great weekend. I'd say, look at the line behind me. It's nonstop. So we're just, everyone's putting in a great effort. Like, you have to really love what you're doing. You're on your feet all day. But again, it's for a great cause.